Why does Cardano seem not to be keeping step with Bitcoin and Ethereum in price action? I have a working theory. I'm going to show it to you in this video using facts in the charts only. And my working theory is that it's already and still ahead of both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And by the end of the video, I'm going to give you exact key levels and ascending trend lines to take a look at, because if Cardano breaks these lines, it could be big trouble. Let's dive into the charts. All right, so what you're staring at here is Cardano on the daily chart. The ascending lines that you see here are my personal origin lines. My channel is, and my Patreon and Discord community are home of origin lines. Yes, Tim, they're only, but a lot of people say they're just straight lines on a logarithmic chart. Well, the way I align them, the way I use them for buy and sell patterns and for catching trends is completely different. So that's what you see here. A lot of people ask that question. So take a look here. I'm going to bold the line that it's touching right now. Take a look. All right, so examine how many important touch points this has gotten. Back here in 2019, beginning of 2020, so here was support. So let's actually label this support, resistance, July 2020, resistance, around the new year of 2021, resistance, support, and support. See, they're not just lines drawn on they are just lines drawn on a logarithmic chart, but the way I line them. Anyway, so observe that first. That is key, all right? Now, in terms of if Cardano is in trouble, if it breaks below this point, well, then it's bad, because then it's going to come back up and use it as resistance. What was previous support here and here will be future resistance. So if you want to draw, and honestly, right now, it is by far the most important line. So just connect the high from February 15th. If you want to do this yourself, I really recommend if you're a Cardano fan. So take a straight line, ascending straight line from the high of roughly February 17th, connect it to the high of early August 2020. So that would be February. Yeah. So both in 2020, the high in February 2020, the high in August 2020, and also connect that just to current price action. So those 3 points will give you straight line, and you'll see the magic and the importance of this line. So this is the failure point when you put that on your chart. And honestly, if you don't use charts and you're clicking around with Cardano, you have no business buying Cardano. First off, for new investors jumping into this, you're going to get skewered, especially if you're new to this field. I mean, you need to enter these markets fearfully, and you can't have fear if you don't have some knowledge of what you're doing, because you don't know what you don't know. So what I'm saying, it seems impossible, like to draw a line on a chart because you don't know how to use a chart. Please stay away from crypto and don't be clicking around with your money. Anyway, so for everybody else, hopefully the majority of my viewership, get that line drawn. Let's take a look at what Cardano has recently done. And just magically, for some crazy reason, that happens to align with a recheck and a retest of price on the daily 200 EMA. So you had, when two important lines cross, price typically gets sucked into it. So a lot of my returning viewers know that I say that it's probably weekly that I say that. So it doesn't have to be an EMA. So this is the 200 daily exponential moving average crossing with the origin line. For some reason in price action, it doesn't matter if it's the price of oil, the price of black market testicles, or Cardano, it does not matter. Price has the habit of getting drawn into it. And sometimes when important lines cross above current price action, sometimes price is sucked up into it. It doesn't always have to be down, right? It just can't be right or left necessarily. It can't skip into the future, and it can't go into the past. So up and down, it gets drawn into it for whatever reason. So you have this magical test. And so let's actually kind of keep it zoom and just scroll across this line. So another almost perfect retest of it. Keep scrolling. I mean, just look how the hesitation there, and once it passed it, kablam. So this is an extremely important line. Extremely important line. Let's keep scrolling, right? You got all these highs here. So, and when it passes it, it'll fly. But if it drops below it, that is going to be bad. So here's my working theory. Let me show you this. All right, so my working theory from a market cycle standpoint is this. I'm going to make a vertical line right around July 21st, right around there. Let's make it a different color. All right, so since July 21st, Cardano has made new all-time highs and has come back down and is consolidated on previous all-time highs. Okay, so roughly July 21st. All right, that is what Cardano has done. Now, have Ethereum and Bitcoin done that? Well, this chart is a little sloppy here. I apologize. So July 21st. Okay, all-time high is, let's just see this big white line that I'm moving around. All right, check that out. And before we get going here and I show you the rest of this, please take a quick moment to help out the algo. Give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. Did you do it? All right. Well, if not, you get flipped off. And for new viewers, if you like what you're seeing here, hit subscribe, hit that bell, especially if you're new to crypto. You're going to want to stay tuned to this channel because I'm going to walk you through on how to increase the probability that you have a profitable crypto experience. All right. So all-time high is this white line that I was moving around earlier. Okay, you see that? All right. So since the vertical blue line on the exact date that I also wrote in on Ethereum, has Bitcoin made A, an all-time high? Yes, it has. Has it B, consolidated for a lengthy time right at all-time highs? No, it is just now starting to consolidate. And honestly, it did not go above all-time highs and then consolidate. It got rejected from all-time highs on a weekly closure basis. So technically, it has made all-time highs, but not on a closure basis, and Cardano did. So it's actually two steps ahead. Make a new high on closure basis all-time highs, and B, then consolidate thereafter. Bitcoin hasn't done either of those, and Cardano already has. It did it after this blue line. And Bitcoin's only wicked above all-time highs and then got rejected. It has two more steps to go. Right. And so people who watch my channel a lot, you know that back in, let's see here, right around this area, when Cardano was screaming up past all-time highs around this time here, and Ethereum also touched all-time highs. Ethereum touched all-time highs on this rally here. It got really, really, really close, got to 4K exactly. And so it got right up to its all-time highs. Ethereum did, and Bitcoin did. And I kept saying, before a bull market can continue, these three have to sort themselves out. They have to be very close, and structurally and on a percentage basis, away from their all-time highs or close to their all-time highs. They have to be almost equal, these three, right? And I said multiple times throughout those weeks, in order to do that, since Cardano got so hot, it has to go down and sideways. It has to consolidate like this for a while, right? And I said Ethereum has to chill out. It either has to go straight sideways or it's got to go up slowly, and Bitcoin has to go up fast because Bitcoin was the laggard. So it had to go up the fastest, and that's exactly what's happened. So now we're just waiting on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and Ethereum essentially have to catch up to Cardano. And I'm just now seeing this in the charts. Because I've honestly been scratching my head thinking, what the hell is up with Cardano? I like trading this asset. It's typically very volatile. And then I realized, wait, what was I saying like a month ago or 2 months ago, whenever? Oh, it has to sort themselves out. And I realized, well, I thought they have. And I realized, oh crap, they haven't. So that's what we got here. So let's take a look at what Ethereum has done. And let's take a look if it has also sorted itself out. All right. So the blue line, let me delete this white line. So the blue line is its previous all-time high. All right. And let's make that same vertical line on July 21st. All right. So has it, since July 21st, had a closure basis, so closing weekly candles above all-time highs? So it still has two steps. It has to closure basis, then consolidate. Maybe not as long as Cardano, obviously, right? Because that means the market's going to go sideways till March if they do, if they try to do it nearly as long. But it's got to get a closure basis, then test it somehow, and then all three will be on par. Or what could happen is Bitcoin and Ethereum simply make a closure above, and since Cardano's just chilling, then it catches up because it's slightly under all-time highs, right? Its previous all-time high, the one it made back in May, and then Cardano will just fly up and then sort itself out, and then everything starts flying up together, all three, right? So I think Bitcoin and Ethereum, until all three of these behemoths are sorted out, Bitcoin and Ethereum need to close the week above all-time highs, and I think the market can resume, and you should see Cardano maybe almost like the week after Bitcoin and Ethereum close a week above all-time highs. it's probably going to be that next week it's going to race right back up. It is going to race right back up. So let me go back to my screen here. So you're going to see two important videos popping up here. If you're new, you need to watch these videos because they're going to drastically change the outlook of your profitability on your crypto journey and on your way out. Please remember to take a quick moment to hit like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and y'all just got timified.